doesn't really get to interact with new characters that she hasn't seen or met before. But how aware are you, aside from just watching the show, of everything else that's going on that Devin couldn't possibly even imagine?
When we shot the first season, I intentionally kept myself in the dark about that. I thought if she doesn't know, then I don't need to know. And so I intentionally skipped reading the Lumen bits of the script. Of course, now that is impossible because I've seen both seasons and know what has happened. But when we were working, I tried to keep my consciousness pretty focused on what the goings on of her own family life. Because if I thought too much about everything else, it sort of broadens her scope in a way that she doesn't have access to in the show. I think that, meeting Milchick, that meeting with Milchick in episode 2 is pretty key to where she lands. As far as how she thinks about Lumen and what should or shouldn't happen to Lumen. So I think that that is a huge turning point for her. She's just coming off of thinking that Cobell slash Lumen kidnapped Eleanor, realizes that isn't true, but is like, okay, but this woman has been lying to me for months. And so when Milchick shows up in that his very threatening leather jacket, which I have never, my favorite sound in all of the show is the way that jacket moves. Whenever there is an absence of dialogue and Tramell is wearing that leather jacket and it's just crunching, I'm like, ooh, yes, there's something, it's my favorite ASMR.